Hi everyone. Today the section is about frequently asking SQL questions. Hope this video will be useful for you. Let's start the section. First question. How many types of privileges are there in SQL? First, let us know what is this privilege. Actually, a privilege in a database management system is the permission to execute certain actions on the database. So, if the data is present in database management system, they have to give some permission to execute the action, certain action on the database. It is known as privilege. There are two types of privileges used in SQL, such as system privileges, object privilege. So let us know what is this system privilege and object privilege. System privilege means it deals with the object of a particular type and provides user the right to perform one or more actions on it. So what are the action include for this administrative task means alter any index, alter any cache group, create, alter, delete table, create, alter, delete view, etc. These are come under the system privileges. Object privilege. This object privilege means it allows to perform the actions on object or object of another users, table, view, index, etc. Some of the object privileges are execute, insert, update, delete, select, flush, load, index, references, etc. So these are the object privileges. So it means what? Again, I will explain what the privilege means. The database management system to give the permission to certain action to execute on the database is known as privilege. We have two types of privileges, system privilege and object privilege. What type of permission should give this privilege means like access a table, access permission to execute a database command, access another user object. These types of permission to give the database management system. Next question. What is the Cartesian product of the table? So, the main thing, what is this Cartesian product means? If we have product of two tables, the result of combining every row from the first table with every row from the second table without any condition or constraint. The result in a table within the number of rows equal to the product of the number of rows in two original tables. So it means in simple way I will explain you. The output of cross join is called a Cartesian product. Actually it returns the rows combining each row from the first table with each row of the second table. It is known as a Cartesian product of the table. For example, if we join the tables having 15 and 20 columns, the Cartesian product of two tables will be 15 cross 20 equal 300. 300 rows. We will get the output as a 300 rows. Like, for example, if a table has n rows and table B has n rows, the Cartesian product will have m into n rows. In this way. Next question. What do you mean by subquery? In SQL, subquery is a query nested within another query. Is known as a subquery. Mainly, it allows you to use the result of one query as the input for another query. If you have, for example, if we have a query, so if we have a one query, that query result will act as the input for another query. For example, if we have a and B, so for A, the result will come, for A will get a result as C. The C is act as the query for the input for the B. It is known as a subquery. So it means query within another query is called as a subquery. A subquery is called an inner query which returns output that is to used by another query. Next question. How many row compressions operators are used while working with a subquery? So, there are three row compression operators that are used in subqueries such as in, any and all. Next question. What is the difference between clustered and non-clustered indices? So, let us know what is this mean by clustered and non-clustered. So, actually in SQL Server we have two types of indices that are clustered and non-clustered. Clustered means which define the order in which the data is physically stored in a table. The table data can be stored in only way there can be only one cluster index per table. That means primary key constraint automatically creates a cluster index on the particular column only. Next, non-clustered. Non-cluster index does not sort the physical database inside the table. In fact, non-clustered index is stored at one place and the table data is stored in another place. It is similarly like, for example, I will give a small example for you for non-cluster index. If we have a test book where the book content is located in one place and the index is located in another. This allows for more than one cluster index per table. It means in the textbook we have the index that is the one place. The content of that topic will be in another page. That is, this is the perfect example for the non-clustered index. So let us see the what are the difference between these two cluster and non-cluster index. Means one table can have only one cluster index but multiple non-clustered indices. So here cluster index only have one table only but non-cluster indices will have multiple. Cluster index can be read rapidly rather than non-clustered indices. Cluster index store data physically in table or view. Whereas non-cluster indices do not store data in table as it has separate structure from the data row. Next example. What is the difference between delete and truncate? Actually, these delete and truncate are very frequently asking question in the interview. What is the main difference between? I will explain. The basic difference in both is delete command is DML command and the truncate command is DDL command. So actually delete specific rows from a table based on a condition specified in where clause or delete all rows if no condition is specified. Coming to truncate, it removes all rows from a table without considering any condition. It is essentially resets the table to its initial state, but it does not delete the structure of the table. So, here delete command is used to delete a specific row from the table, whereas the truncate command is used to remove all rows from the table. We can use delete command with where clause, but can't use the truncate command with it. Next question. Difference between drop and truncate. Actually, drop it is a SQL command that destroys the table structure and the data stored in it. Coming to truncate, it is a SQL command that helps to remove the records of a table. Coming to drop, it helps to remove the record of a table structure and remove the database from the system. Coming to truncate, it helps to remove the records from the table. So, In simple way, truncate remove all rows from the table which can't be retrieved back. Drop remove the entire table from the database and it also can't be retrieved back. Both we can't retrieve back when the data is deleted from the table or from the database. Next question. What is the difference between nested subquery and correlated subquery? In the previous question, we have learned about what is subquery. Subquery means query within a query is known as subquery. So subquery means nested subquery means subquery with another subquery is called nested subquery. If the output of the subquery depends on column value of the parent query table, then the query is called correlated subquery. It means if we get a output of the subquery the value depends on column value of the parent query, then that query is called correlated subquery. Here is the example. So here I did an example for you to understand. Select admin ID, select first name, last name from employee where employee ID equal to employee dot admin ID as employee admin ID from the employee. The result of the query is the details of employee from the employee table. Next question. What do you mean by stored procedure? How we use it? Let us know what is this stored procedure in the SQL. Actually, it is a prepared SQL code that you can save or we can reuse over and over again and again. It means if we have a SQL query that you write over and over again, save it as a store procedure and then just call it to execute it. We can also pass parameters to a store procedure so that store procedure can act based on the parameter values that is passed. So, if you have a collection of SQL statements, we can use it as a function to access the database. Here we can also use to reduce network traffic and improve performance. And store procedure is prepared a SQL code that you can save so the code can be reused over and over again. Here is the syntax for store procedure. Create procedure name as begin SQL statement in store procedure to update or retrieve records. End. Next question. Define the SQL delete statement. Actual delete means we know that. Delete is used to delete a row or rows from a table based on the specified condition. The syntax of this delete is delete from table where condition. Which type from where we have to delete the row. So that type of condition we write there. So delete means to delete a row or a row from a table based on a specific condition is known as SQL delete statement. Thank you. Thank you one and all.